It was done in black and white, and the story basically was Bruce Willis was the trumpet player in a big band, and Sybil was the chirp, as they used to call her, the singer. And the show was divided into 2 stories, the same story, but coming from first Bruce's perspective and then Sybil's perspective, which was totally different. We pre-recorded quite a bit of music for that episode, because Glenn wanted music tracks to shoot to. So I recorded a bunch of big band music in the style of the period, and they took the tracks and went down to the Aquarius Theater in Hollywood and rented out the Aquarius Theater for a week and had a big band down there sidelining for a week to these tracks to put this show together. And it was a remarkable experience just to watch how the whole thing was put together. And he loved the work that I did. I loved the work that he did. We had mutual respect, you know. And to this day, my heart is warmed when I think about that show, because it was so great. It was just an absolutely wonderful piece. When we did the pre-recording of the music, which is going to be used at the Aquarius Theater to record the band sidelining, I wanted to be in the recording booth so that I could hear the recorded sound more accurately. So I asked the drummer, whose name was Nick Ciroli, if he would count off the tunes. So he said he'd be glad to do that. So he counted off each one of the tunes as we were recording them, and he'd say 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. The band would start to play. So we recorded everything like that. And that was on a Friday night. And on Saturday, late in the afternoon, Nick went to a massage parlor to get a massage. And he passed away on the massage table. And the news started spreading quickly, and everybody was really upset about the whole thing. It was just terrible the way it all transpired. So the shoot on the Aquarius, at the Aquarius, started Monday. And all the guys in the band would be sitting to start to play to the tracks. And on the tracks, we would hear Nick Ciroli doing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 with Nick's voice. And everybody knew Nick. So they're listening to Nick's voice, who had just passed away on Saturday. It was just the weirdest, saddest thing. It was really difficult. But the musicians are professional, and they rise to the occasion, and they did a beautiful job of it, you know. So that experience of the dream sequence, Always Rings Twice, was, in spite of the deadlines, was a real pleasure, and it was a classic piece of television. They wanted me to get a jazz clarinet player to play some of the clarinet solos for the background music. So I hired one of my friends from Boston from my Berkeley days named Dick Johnson, who was a wonderful jazz clarinet player, and they flew him out here, had him play on the tracks as well. Just a lot of good stuff happened, you know. It was really a great experience. I recorded Sybil singing "I Told You I Love You, Now Get Out," wonderful romance song. She did a very nice job. I was pleasantly surprised. She did all right. Bruce, on the other hand, had absolutely no experience playing the trumpet. So what I did is I had the company hire one of my musicians, a jazz trumpet player by the name of Bill Berry, to coach Bruce. So Bill came on the set and would coach Bruce the proper way to hold the trumpet, the proper way to breathe, pretend that he was playing jazz music, etc. So by the time they got through the week, Bruce was feeling pretty good about it. And so there was a scene which kind of knocked me out about the whole thing, that Glenn shot a scene with Bruce sitting in a windowsill in a flop house with no shirt on, playing his trumpet, moody jazz music. And he was in a hotel, but Glenn shot it so that you could see through the window, and it said hot. Not hotel, but hot. So it looked as if Bruce was playing the trumpet and playing it accurately, but nobody knew that once I got the tape to work from, I took the scene that Bruce was playing in and I made a graph for myself, frame by frame, of every finger movement that Bruce played on the trumpet. I wrote a list of all of them down in order, and then I figured out every note that could be played with each one of those fingerings, and I made another graph for myself, kind of like a checkerboard, of figuring out how many different notes each one of those valves would play. And then I made up like a little jazz tune based on the abilities of those various notes that were played by the various valves being pressed by Bruce. So that by the time he played the thing, it ended up like he was really playing some bebop music. Wow. And that's how picky this job gets sometimes. It was quite a challenge, but it was really interesting. When it was done, it was like, yeah, that's cool, man. That worked out great.